Alright, welcome to this episode of my playthrough of Armored Core 4 Answer. That first episode I know was a big information dump, but now that you know all that information, we can just kind of get through and do the missions. So, you've seen the first mission, you've seen the sense of scale, you've kind of seen what all the information you see on screen is, and you get an idea for what the world is like. So, without any further ado, let's do the next mission, alright? So, because as I mentioned, there's 5 different paths through this game. I've kind of mapped it out how to make sure I don't repeat any missions, and so we're going to start with the mission Defeat the Arms Fort Giga Base, which pays out 400,000 credits.
This is your mission. Your target is the Arms Fort Giga Base, currently escorted by the BFF 8th Fleet. The convoy is sailing south through the Northwest Sea. The 8th Fleet is a powerful force made up of large cruisers and other smaller vessels. However, the fleet itself is not your target. Don't waste ordnance on it. Use a Vanguard Overed Boost unit to accelerate past the escorts directly to the Giga Base. Get in close and destroy the target as quickly as possible. In addition, the Union will pay you a bonus for the destruction of the supply vessels. You can ignore the other secondary targets if you wish. That's all. The Union speaks very highly of you. We hope you can take this on.
Alright, so we're being requested by the Interior Union to defeat the AF Giga Base, which is being escorted by the BFF 8th Fleet. BFF, by the way, stands for the Bernard and Felix Foundation. They're one of the companies. They used to be a much more powerful company than they are at this time in the game, in the series, anyway. So let's go ahead and take on Giga Base.
Commence mission. Destroy the Arms Fort Giga Base. It's being escorted by the 8th Fleet. Use the VOB to close in on Giga Base. Watch out for long-range fire. This Arms Fort is a defensive stronghold. Don't underestimate its firepower.
I'm going to point out that I'm currently going almost 2,000 kilometers an hour and avoiding firepower from Giga Base.
VOB nearly depleted. Prepare for normal battle maneuvers. VOB depleted. Purging. Good, you're in close. Sink Giga Base as quickly as possible. Stop wasting time.
So I'm currently using my scatter missiles to take out the things like the turrets so that I don't have to deal with them, and using my machine gun in my left arm to do suppressing fire, basically.
Giga Base has been destroyed. Mission complete.
So that's starting with a bang, huh? Got a rank A because of a high repair cost, so I took more hits than I really probably needed to in that particular case. The next mission we're going to pursue is to support the Red Beret Assault.
Here's the outline of your mission. Your objective will be to support the Union transports as they move into the Red Valley. Red Valley is a former transit hub, crisscrossed with multiple transport routes. It is currently under the control of GA America. The plan is for you to rapidly neutralize the GA garrison and secure the shortest possible route through the valley. Once the coast is clear, you will proceed to escort the transportation units to the far side. The Union is offering a sliding scale bonus, depending on how many transports survive. That's everything you need to know. You're known within the Union as a highly capable Lynx. We hope that you can take this on.
So fairly somewhat complicated escort mission, basically. Clear things out, then escort the convoy, and you get paid based on how much survives.
Commence mission. Try to whittle down the enemy forces as much as possible before the transports arrive.
So you may notice I tend to pilot in a bit of a frenetic manner, and that's mostly just to make sure that I avoid getting hit unnecessarily.
The transport unit has reached the combat zone. Escort the transports as they pass through the area.
Interior transport reporting. So you're our escort today? Good luck to both of us. We detected enemy contacts along our projected route. Please eliminate them.
Confirmed. Transport units selecting shortest route.
There's the convoy that I'm paving the way for right there. Let's kind of go ahead and make sure that we clear things out for them. Case in point, my radar says that there's people up here. And people guarding the tunnel. I want to make sure that they actually do follow me into the tunnel. Because they might go that way, they might go through the tunnel. I believe the tunnel is the best route. Which way are you guys gonna go?
Confirmed. Transport units selecting shortest route.
Yes, you are going into the tunnel. Excellent. So in case you're wondering, that voice is not the pilot that I'm playing. That's what's known as the operator, who's kind of like your manager as the Lynx pilot.
Contact enemy units ahead. They appear to be large, old-type units. More than enough to stop the transports cold. You must remove all obstacles.
Oh yeah, these guys. Using my heavy damaging weapons. Or trying to, anyway.
Transport units are standing by inside the tunnel. We've got no choice. We must clear a path.
So it looks like I'm out of scatter missiles, which is why it's gone back to my machine gun. There we go. You may have noticed one of the other cool things is that it purged my scatter missile launcher when it ran out of ammo, so I don't accidentally select it. Bye-bye.
Confirmed. Transport units have exited the combat zone. Mission complete. Well done. Damage to the transports was insignificant.
So in this particular case, I got a rank B because I incurred a high ammo cost in particular. And the next mission is to defeat Wonderful Body.
This is your mission. Your target is the GA America Next Wonderful Body. It is a rank 24 two-legged model of medium size. Our transport units will serve as bait to draw the target to Old Peace City. As soon as you confirm its location, take it out. The Union has authorized the use of support nexts for this operation. We've recruited a selection for you to choose from. Use them as you see fit. That's the briefing. The Interior Union holds you in high regard. We hope you take on this mission.
So this mission in particular is a defeat enemy next mission. So I want to switch to my my loadout, which is intended for defeating other nexts. So in this particular case, I'm going to cancel for right now. And we're going to go into ACSIS and choose my anti-AC design, which would be Strayed 2. So, in this particular case, rather than choosing overwrite like I did last episode mistakenly, I'm going to choose Load. So, what's different in this particular design? First of all, instead of using the Motor Cobra machine guns, I'm using the 051 ANNR rifles from BFF. Now, the reason I choose these guys when I'm fighting other nexts is because their PA penetration is off the chart. If you look up in the top left, PA penetration is 3,300. Whereas if I compare that to the Motor Cobra, there we go, the PA penetration is only 811. So 3,300 is obviously much higher than 811, which is really, really good because Nexts have primal armor. Being able to penetrate the primal armor and damage the Next directly is a very valuable thing. The other things I have, instead of my standard scatter missile and rail cannon, I have Kojima missiles built by Taurus as my back weapons. Now, Kojima missiles, now the Zinc Kojima missile launcher, as you may see in the left half of the screen, Zinc is the name of the part. The second line is what kind of part it is, and then the third line is the company, and then the stats are in the bottom half there, right? So the Zinc is a vertical Kojima missile, that's what the V stands for, meaning it shoots a missile straight up, which then arcs down towards the other Next. So basically, I've got 2 rifles which are specifically designed to break through primal armor, and I've got some very heavy-hitting missiles that are very difficult to avoid or to dodge for another Next. So that's the main differences between my standard Next and my anti-AC Next, or my anti-Next Next. Now, as you saw in the briefing, the Interior Union is allowing me to have a partner on this mission. Some missions do that. If you do choose to have a partner, they usually provide you with 3 options, like who do you want to be your partner, and then they tell you like their ranking. Obviously, the higher ranked the higher ranked pilots partners do better, but they also take a portion of your payout. So if you want to maximize your payout and you get a higher score, and you are up to it, you want to go with no partner. But if you need the help, that help is there. So I'm not going to make you sit through the briefing again, because as soon as I choose the mission, it'll replay the briefing. We're going to choose Defeat Wonderful Body. So here's where it gives you the options. The next Reiter Palache, I'm probably butchering the pronunciation of that there, is piloted by the Lynx Win Defension. Just says Win D here. Supporting company. So when you start the game, you choose a company that supports you. It doesn't really affect anything in the game. An experienced, highly successful mercenary, very effective as a support unit, but Win takes 50% of your payout. Yeah, that's not happening. She's also ranked 3. The next My Bliss, which is piloted by Roy Saland, I don't know how you pronounce that, is independent, not backed by a supporting company, is ranked 7, Collard's highest ranking independent Next, not very trustworthy, but he gets the job done. Takes 30%. Vero Nork is piloted by A. Poole. Supporting company is the Interior Union. Uses a support craft ever since the Lynx War. A professional at operating AS missiles. Again, I'm going to go with no selection because I don't want a partner. I want to take on Wonderful Body myself and get the whole payout.
Commence mission. Eliminate the target Next Wonderful Body. This is your first Next battle? Well, it had to come sooner or later. First time for everything, right?
Finally, they've thrown a Next at me. The Interior Union dragged their feet too much.
What? Why is he moving like that? Who cares? Close in and take him down. Don't get distracted. Concentrate on your target.
Wait a second. Next move like that? So what am I doing?
That is a good question there.
Confirmed. Wonderful body has been destroyed. Mission complete. You handled it flawlessly. Better than I expected. Then again, he was hardly a real challenge.
So that is the power of Kojima missiles. They do a lot of damage very quickly. Alright, so that is actually bringing us to our first split point. Now, this is the first split point in the game. The other split points are going to be much later in the game. So, what I'm going to do, hopefully, is you're going to see a link up in the top. There we go, up there. Gotta point, figure out how to point the right way with the camera. So you're going to see a link up in the top left, taking you on what is called the Collard path, where you side with the League of Ruling Companies, and you maintain the status quo, basically. Up in the top right, you're going to see a link to what is called the Orca path, which then also splits off into the Destruction path, where you split off with the faction called Orca. You haven't been introduced to them yet, but you will, trust me. I'm also going to put the links down below in the description, so that way if you do miss these two things up in the top corners, then you'll have the links down below. So once again, top left, up here, that way. So top left, Collard path, which is paths A, B, and C. Top right, Orca path and Destruction path, which are D and E. See you then.